to another awesome week of Blood Bowl. I'm joined by George
Welcome, welcome.
and Matthew, guest host today.
Yep, I'm here. Hi, guys.
I
This was a
can't.
crazy week, an
Well,
absolutely crazy week. We
first
finished
thing
early.
first, before we begin, I'd like to make a comment real quick. I can't believe today's Thursday and we're doing this commentary this early.
Oh yeah, we finished so early.
I'm very proud of everyone. I'm surprised.
And I want everyone to know we haven't missed a single game yet. I mean, last season we missed at least 2 games every week, and this time not a single missed game in 4 weeks.
I'm so proud. I'm just incredibly proud. They grew up so fast.
It's incredible. It's incredible, and we had some amazing matches this week. Let's take a look. So first up, oh sorry.
I think it's partly just the league heating up. Everyone just wants to play their games. Like Ryan and I were talking earlier that if you had confirmed the matches earlier, we would have played our game tonight. Like we would.
So we can expect a match tomorrow then.
Probably tomorrow or Saturday. I might be busy tomorrow night, but yeah, I need to crush Ryan.
Well, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves here, and let's take a look at what happened this week. Our very first game, the Squash Lizards versus Red Cross Disaster Relief. George, you ended that a 1-1 in a game that we thought you were going to get pulverized in. Any comments?
I couldn't believe that I actually won that game. It was just pure luck on my end. Not only that, but I did get a death on Ryan's team, which surprised me. I got his death on his level 3 character. I can't remember his name, so Ryan, sorry about that. But I'm not sorry about
Chaos Warrior.
Yeah, he had block and guard, I believe.
Holy cow.
It was really rough on him. The game was absolutely immensely incredible. Very, very, very bloody. Matthew was there. He was rooting me on the whole time. All I kept hearing in the background was, What? Why are you doing that? I totally wouldn't do that.
As an observer to the match, Matthew, did you have any comments you wanted to make about that?
Some interesting moves from George's perspective. No offense, like just one of the big things is you really got to pay attention to people's abilities. I noticed you kept putting people into a tackle zone of one of his beastmen who had dodge. So it's like, yes, it's a 67% chance, but he rolls that twice. Like if he fails, he just re-rolls it. So that like hampered you a little bit, but in the end, you ended up tying it. The devil's in the details in this game. It's all about minimizing your risk. So just like pay attention to those tiny little things that make the difference, even though you might not realize it.
There was some plays I did some incredibly crazy things in because of the fact that was my only option. And again, that goes back to that whole make sure you pay attention to everything you do and all the details and people. And a lot of times people are going to put person that has block on the front line, so if you do get that 2-man down, they're going to be there to still stand up that next round.
I know Ryan was particularly salty about that tie there. Next, we have the Nocturnal Giant Slayers. The Slayers are led by Lydia against the Jurassic Park Ruffians. The Ruffians are led by Matthew here. 0-4, a complete demolish. Matthew, how did that go?
It was a good game. Lydia got pretty lucky. She was on both sides of the luck spectrum, like horribly unlucky, but sometimes really lucky. She knocked out my Croxagore 3 times that match, but each time I scored a touchdown, he stood back up. So there's that, and then also Sweltering Heat out of nowhere knocked out like half her team. A couple of my guys, when my guys got back up, she was routinely down a couple players, which really hurt her. But a lot of her die rolls were really good. She'd roll 1 attack die and she'd get attacker down. I'd roll 1 attack die on a guy with block and get attacker down, but she'd get defender down on 1 white die. It was crazy.
Yep. So a lot of kickoff events affecting the game there.
Oh yeah, definitely. There was tons of them.
Now, George and I predicted that you would win the match, of course, but George, are you surprised to see a 4-0 here? I mean, that's the highest scoring game of the season.
Yeah, believe it or not, I am. I was expecting a 3-point, maybe a 2-point, definitely 3-point for sure. I was kind of hoping that Lydia would be able to pull off at least 1 point, but it's really no surprise that you did that well.
Next, we had another really interesting game. Jim's Greenham Man Clan taking on Robert's Blitzstrider 1-0. Jim's brand new Orc team. He's brand new to the Blood Bowl League. And Robert has this experienced elf team from last season, and he's a Blood Bowl veteran. 1-0 to Jim. What do you think about that, George?
I couldn't. That's a surprise on this end specifically because, Roberts got that much experience, and he actually plays really well. He should be able to pull some elf bullshit on the opposite team. I think he needs to go back and figure out what's going on with his team, why he can't use it to the full potential.
Matthew, were you there during that match as well?
Unfortunately, no. I didn't know they were playing their game until it was too late. But from what I heard, Robert got 3 deaths.
Oh,
Three
Jesus
of his players
Christ.
are dead, and I think Jim got like 2 badly hurts, and they're going to be in the next game.
So I have a feeling here that Robert just really underestimated the punching power of the Orcs.
I definitely think that. I think Jimmy also has a really strong grasp of the game at its fundamental level.
He's got a really strong mechanical idea of how the game plays.
Like, he knows his minimizing risk. He knows movements. He just like has a natural grasp of the game.
Which is really surprising. It's kind of a steep learning curve, and to see him just jump in right off the bat and get some wins, get some ties, really beat some seasoned players. It's incredible. I remember I tied against him earlier in the season.
Yeah, it was crazy. I wish I could have watched it, but
finally, Empire Methrats, the Methrats led by me, against the Wimshire Warthogs, Warthogs led by Gavin. 2-1 game, and oh man, am I happy about this. I needed a win really badly. We tied this game. It was turn 15 and we were tied 1-1 and we started a new drive, and Gavin sort of gave up. He thought the game's over. It's turn 15. There's no way that the game has ended in a tie. There's no way either of us are going to score another touchdown. And the Rats are fast. I played dirty rat ball and I scored a 2-turn touchdown to win that game, and oh man, I was ecstatic. Gavin, not so much. Gavin plays so well. He plays the humans so much better than I do. It's insane how much better he is at utilizing their abilities. He earned so much experience points. No lasting injuries on my part, thank God. But that's how that went. I finally get a win under my belt.
This makes me glad I played him early on the season now instead of later on.
Exactly. Let's take a look at the leaderboard and see how this week has affected the rankings here. First place, of course, Jurassic Park Ruffians, 4-0. Do you want to make any comments about that, Matthew?
I really don't want to jinx myself, so no. I mean, I wish the best of luck to people that I play against, and my thing is, I'm up against Ryan and Robert next, like two of the veteran teams. Not trying to offend anyone, but I have had the fresher teams to play against so far, and it's kind of helped boost my XP because I missed like 2 games last season. So it's kind of caught me up to that point, but I am kind of worried about, seasoned champion Ryan. But
oh yeah,
maybe I can live up to my champion killer name. And
this is something you have to take in count also, especially with Ryan's team. Again, sorry Ryan, he is down a couple really experienced players on his end. On top of Robert's team, I don't know how badly he's gotten injured on his.
3 deaths against Jim's team.
Okay, so a lot of those are really experienced players. A lot of the really tough team that you would have had to face against at the very beginning of the season has turned out to be a little bit weaker due to the fact that their last few players has really cost them. So it might be an easier game for you.
Yep, absolutely. Second place, and this is the big surprise of the season in my opinion. Jimmy, the Greenham Man Clan, never played Blood Bowl before in his life. 2 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss.
Good on him. I'm going to give him a nice little round of claps.
That is incredible to me.
I think he deserves every bit of that. That's really nicely done. Well done, Jim. Well done.
Absolutely. Next, we've got a tie for 3rd and 4th place between myself, the Empire Methrats, and Ryan's Red Cross Disaster Relief. We have tied the entire season. We have been stuck right next to each other. This time we're stuck at 1 win, 3 draws. We finally got out of the all draws. We didn't go 4 draws this week. We both got ourselves a win under our belts. So we've got a 1 win, 3 draw tie for 3rd and 4th place. Following that, very closely behind us, the Wimshire Warthogs at 2 wins, 0 draws, 2 losses. Following that, we've got Blitzstrider. He's not doing as hot as he would like to be this season with 3 draws, 1 loss. George, we've got you next with 2 draws, 2 losses. How are you feeling about those 2 draws?
Believe it or not, I'm doing better than I thought I was going to be doing this season. I figured this season was going to be a learning curve, trying to get everybody caught up and get ready for next season. Having those 2 draws, and keep in mind that my 2 draws were from the most veteran players in the league. The 2 losses were with Gavin and with Matthew. That's right here. He's also the most veteran, but again, not the champion. So being able to get those 2 draws all of a sudden on the most experienced is a surprise. So I'm actually happy with my 2 draws. I'm hoping my other games go well. I'm not too much into thought on your meth rats. I'm kind of worried, honestly. But here's hoping for the best, because I really want to take one of those top 4 spots. But here's hoping.
And in last place, the Nocturnal Giant Slayers with 4 losses. Of course, being the dark horse of this season, which is really unfortunate. Interesting observation I just want to make real quick. We have 2 duplicate teams on the season. We've got 2 Lizardmen teams and 2 Chaos teams. Interestingly enough, 1 Lizardman and 1 Chaos team are in the top 4, and 1 Lizardman and 1 Chaos team are bringing up the rear. I'm not sure what that has to say about balance in the game, but it's still a sort of interesting little look. I don't even want to make any predictions myself about who the top 4 teams are going to be. We've still got 3 weeks to go. The Ruffians are going to be in there. I don't think that they can be knocked off the pedestal. I think that might be impossible. I think they're locked into at least one of the top 4 spots. Any guesses from you guys? What are your top 4 predictions?
This is my thing. I'm really hoping, and this is going out to you, Gavin. I'm hoping I win my match against Ryan, and then Gavin wins his next match to put him in spot 4 and bump Ryan down to bottom 5. Because I'll be honest, I don't want to face him in the championships. I always get to that point with Ryan, and Nuffle just decides to favor him. And
so you're hoping that the Whimshire Warthogs make it top 4?
I definitely want them to. Yes.
What about you, George? Any ideas on the top 4?
Obviously, with the way that Gavin's been playing, I think he's going to make the top 4. I do believe he's going to be able to pull that off. I don't know how, but I think he's going to pull it off. Nathan, with our luck, I'm sorry, I think we're not going to make it again.
Oh no! I'm 3rd place. Why would you make that prediction?
You know why? Because you're tied with the other one with Robert's team. You do have that chance of still. You're kind of steady on that 3rd. I know I'm not making it. There's no way I can secure those 3 wins.
If you win your next 3 games, that puts you at 3 wins. That puts you at 2nd place.
That means that nobody else has to make a win. They all have to end up in a draw.
That's true.
Seeing that I'm running towards more the easier. No offense to anybody else I start to play, Jim, Lydia, yourself, Nathan. I'd have to win all 3 of those matches to get in that top 4.
And if you're winning those matches, it means they're losing those matches.
Exactly. That puts me in the top 4. Yes, awesome. I'm just hoping for the 2 wins to put me in that top 4, and then possibly get the other 2 people to lose the rest of the other matches. I really, the ones I would love to see, I know that Matthew, you pretty much secure your spot. You're going into the finals. No doubt about it. You could lose the next 3, you're still in. I really do want to see Jim in there with his Green Man clan, only because he's a very first year. I would love to see a brand new player make it up into those finals.
Mm-hmm. I'm right there with you. I'd love to see the Greenham Man clan take it top 4 this season.
So go Jim, man. We're all rooting for you down here. But just the way that everybody plays right now, the Red Cross Disaster Relief. I've seen some of their plays. I've seen what's going on. They can pull it off if Neff will just be with them for a little bit.
It's definitely an uphill battle from here for me and Ryan on this to make it into the top 4. We're really going to have to fight for it. We've got Gavin on our heels at 2 wins, 2 losses. We have Blitzrider very close to our heels with 3 draws. They are not far behind us in terms of points, and there you are. I mean, the top 4 is really a toss-up here. And I'm not going to say the top 4 is a toss-up. I'm going to say the top 3 is a toss-up, because we know the Ruffians are getting into that top 4. We've got one of the spots locked in. We've got 5 teams here competing for 3 spots. Not everyone's going to make it, and there are going to be some great teams at the end of the season that don't make it into the top 4, which is really unfortunate.
Well, there's always next season. It looks like everybody's very comfortable with their team now. So we'll see what happens next season. This season looks like everybody's kind of forming in, and some plays are being an incredible play on it.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's take a look at Week 5's matchups here. Week 5, we have Squash Lizard versus the Empire Methrats. Oh, George.
Again, why? Why?
That's you and me, buddy. How do you feel about this match?
You know what? We're gonna have one hell of a commentary next week. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. We'll have to coordinate to see when we can play that, but it's gonna be a hell of a game. You're gonna have to really work on some strats against the Rats because you haven't played the Dirty Rats yet.
And you also haven't played with me since last time the very first time I played with you was the very first time I ever played on this game.
It's true. It has been a while.
So you may be surprised. I have been actually playing a lot with not only the league here, but with somebody else that's on the side.
So I predict I have to one up Matthew's 4-0 from last week. I predict 5-0 to the Meth Rats.
You know what? I'm going to say that we end up in a draw. I don't think I'm going to win you on this. I don't think I'm going to win you on this. If it's not a 1-1, I believe it's going to be a 1-2. I think you may be able to go ahead and push off, but I do have some great strategies. Plus, I have my Croxagore that just leveled up, and he's really close to getting that level 3 level up. And then my players that I was not able to have last time, I got stuck with all level 1s. I now have 2 or 3 level 2 players that I'm going to be able to play with in your matchup. So,
well, now that you've given me your entire strategy, I think we're going to have ourselves a good game. Matthew, any comments about the Squash Lizard versus Empire Methrats matchup?
Just punch the gutter runners. Just punch them. They have like armor value 7. Just hit them hard. Use that Croxagore. He's got Mighty Blow. Just crush them. Just break their spirit.
I love how you're giving me advice, but there's no advice for Nathan. It's kind of like you're just rooting for the Lizardmen team, you know?
I have an attachment. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, sure. Next up, we've got the Warthogs versus the Man Clan. That's Gavin's human team versus Jim's orc team. How do you feel about this one, Gavin?
Well, I feel absolutely great. I'm not Gavin, but hey, I feel great about this. Actually, this is going to be an incredible game. Both of these are brand new players. Both of these, to the league anyway. This is the first time they've ever played it against each other. I predict we're either going to see a draw or one of them is going to come up with a 0-2. I'm going to give this one to the Greenham Man Clan only because of the fact that the orcs are a little bit stronger than the humans.
Mm-hmm. Any comments from you, Matthew?
I'd have to agree. It's going to be really interesting. Gavin and Jimmy, I feel like, are both on the same skill level.
I feel like second place and fifth place would beg to differ.
Yeah, I suppose, but like you got to remember, Gavin is playing the humans, so he's at a disadvantage there. He lacks a lot of the abilities and a lot of the stat strength.
And you know, I think I disagree with you on that there as well. I think Gavin, out of all of the players this season, might have accrued the most experience points.
That's true.
He's also played. I don't know if you've played the Greenham Man Clan, but no, sorry, the Windshire Warthogs. My apologies. But he's actually able to utilize those human players very well. Some of the things I did not expect him to do during our match, he pulled off.
Yeah, I mean, I think Gavin's a great player, and I think Jimmy's also a great player. I think they both have really good grasps, and they're both around like the same. Like Gavin's played more, but I feel like Jimmy is like at least as equal in skill level. Mm-hmm. At least
I feel like this is gonna be a close game.
Yeah, definitely.
I see a 1-0 or a 1-1.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. 1-1 or 1-0. They're both kind of playing grindy teams. So
next up, we have Blitzstrider versus the Nocturnal Giant Slayers. I'm going to say this is going to be a 1-0, 2-0 in favor of Blitzstrider. The Giant Slayers have really been the dark horse of the season. They haven't really pulled out much stops. Thoughts on this one, George?
Again, I'm going to have to agree with you. Blitzriders, I think, is going to pull off a 2-0, if not more. Sorry, Lydia, I'm really rooting for you. I really want to see you get either a 2-1 or a 2-2. I would love to see you tie this game. Your record is not holding up, so I'm hoping I'm wrong. You know, we've been surprises everywhere on this league.
Oh, and you can definitely turn it around. It's day 5 of 7. You might not make it into the top 4, but you can definitely turn around and get some experience points maybe for next season, or just like stop people from seeing their dream come to fruition of making the top 4 this season.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I am rooting for Lydia all the way. I mean, partially just because fuck you, Robert. But no, I want Lydia to pull out a win. I feel like she can do it. She beat you, Nathan, last season.
She did.
I mean, Nuffle can go either way. I want Lydia to win. I want to see a 1-0 for Lydia.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely possible.
There you go, Lydia. You have 3 going for you. We're all rooting for you. You're the underdog.
While I'm rooting for the Giant Slayers, I believe Blitzstrider has the clear win.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
So.
Keep in mind, Lydia does get a huge inducement value, though, like 300,000. I've noticed inducements have been being spent kind of weird in these matches. Lots of rerolls. People have been buying lots of rerolls. But keep in mind that you've got star players open to you guys. You've got wizards.
Wizards
all
are
sorts
very
of
powerful.
things.
The final match of the week, the Ruffians versus Red Cross Disaster Relief. I know this is a matchup that neither of you have been looking forward to.
Yeah, I don't want to play Ryan. He's so grindy. He's chaos. He knows how to use Chaos Warriors. They're a huge pain. They're on par with the Saurus, and he specifically teched his team to beat mine. He's put Wrestle on a lot of his guys to counteract all my Sauruses with block. Mighty Blow on one of his Beastmen to just knock out Skinks. I don't look forward to playing against him. I'm probably going to play a little more conservative, protect the Skinks a little more, because I am known to kind of rush him out there and build a cage of Skinks, which is pretty fragile. But I'm gonna try and play a little more conservative and hopefully get like maybe a 1-0, even a 1-1. I wouldn't mind. I mean, I'm far enough ahead where a draw won't hurt me too bad.
Yes, I do believe that's exactly what I was going to tell you. You need to actually step back and just realize that you're in the finals. Make sure that those people do not get hurt. You want to keep your high end safe. You want to keep your low ends, push them forward. Go for the 1-1 if it's safe. You know, if you have to take a loss to prevent somebody from getting killed, take that loss. You've got the finals. You know, it's not going to hurt you any.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually predict you coming out ahead of this. Even though that he has designed his team to defeat Lizardmen, take a look at what happened with a lower end Lizard team that he faced off against me. I got lucky, if that's the case, but at the same time, I still was able to tie him, and I was in the lower end of things. So I mean, lots of luck to you, Robert, if you're listening to this. Lots of luck to both of you guys. I really hope it ends up in a draw, because I really want to see you guys both end in a draw. But I still have to give this one to the Ruffians. I think it's going to be either a 2-1 or a 2-0.
Since we're halfway through the round robin, I thought we could do something fun and take a look at the Hall of Fame. Kind of take a look at some of the players who have gone above and beyond. You know, it's really easy to kind of shrug off your players because they're entirely disposable in most cases. Most players don't amount to anything. I know the Rats have had 4 or 5 deaths this season already. Other teams have had numerous other deaths. But I wanted to kind of give some nods out to some of the players out there who aren't getting the limelight because the coaches are getting the limelight, and to kind of see what incredible things are getting done. So we're looking at the Season 4 Round Robin Hall of Fame. Most experienced player in the round robin is /Fagor of Red Cross Disaster Relief with 29 experience points. Jesus Christ! Next up, most violent player in the round robin, McNasty of the Nocturnal Giant Slayers with 4 injuries given. Wow, is that Lydia's Minotaur?
Yes, it is.
Wow, 4 injuries.
No, you're looking at most violent.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm seeing /Fagor.
I'm in the Season 4 round robin though.
That's what I'm looking at.
You guys are probably looking at the Oregon Blood Bowl 3.
Nope, Season 4 round robin.
Yeah, it says Season 4 round robin.
Most violent, not most experienced.
Yeah, most violent.
Most violent. Yep.
/Fagor.
It's actually really weird because it's almost the same. /Fagor.
Mine is definitely McNasty.
That's strange then.
Give us a set. We're not gonna. Nope, I got no McNasties.
Moving on to best receivers, I have Siegfried from Blitzstrider with 4 catches.
I have Starcast.
Yeah, I have Starcast. Okay, we're talking about Hall of Fame Season 4 round robin, right?
Yes.
I'm seeing Starcast. Starcast in first, Strider in second, and Klitzolt in third.
Let me see if...
You guys are looking at top 4.
I'm looking at top 3.
Yeah,
Season 4 round robin, best receivers, top 3.
You guys are looking at top 4 as the category, I think.
Nope. Season 4 round robin. I actually switched over to
says Season 4 round robin in the first column for me.
All right, hold on. Let me retry this here.
Apologies, ladies and gentlemen,
broken.
for the technical difficulties. All right, so
all right. I've got it fixed. Oh wait, no, I don't. Season 4 round robin, best receiver, Starcast.
Yep, I have Starcast with Striker.
That's so weird. Why did it change? Anyway, okay, Starcast with 1. This isn't right. There's no way this is right.
It's only looking at this season stats. So he's only gotten one reception with these guys.
All right. Serial kills. We've got Herman from Blitz Strider with 1 kill. We've got best interceptor. No one has intercepted a ball yet. All right. Biggest brute, Mazdamoon of Zlotlan from the Jurassic Park Ruffians with 2.
What does biggest brute mean?
Biggest brute. Best thrower, Starcast from Blitz Strider has thrown 20 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of your players here, Matthew. I'm noticing a trend here, guys.
Best rusher is Kaipita from the Ruffians with 72 yards rushed.
He's no longer with us.
Oh, that's right.
He's the level 4, or he's the agility 4 guy.
Best passer, we've got Starcast with 4 passes completed successfully. Best scorer, we've got Kaipita from the Ruffians with 2 touchdowns. Yeah, this is not current because Lydia Gray of all of Rats is not up here.
Yeah, it's showing pretty much all of the people that are...
Hall of Fame is broken. Never mind.
Well, we were trying to do Hall of Fame here, guys. I apologize for that.
We'll try it someday. That was a fail. Anyway, everyone's got their matches. Let's have another great week, just like last week. You have until next Thursday to do your matches. Do them well. Do them on time. I love all of you. Good luck. Week 5, we're about halfway there, and it's all up in the air. Good luck, everyone.
Good luck.
Yep. Good luck, guys.